Before I get started, I'd like to apologize for the length of the previous video. I rambled way too much. So here's the actual devlog. So as I have mentioned, I've been working on a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald for the past several years and have lost data multiple times, corrupted file, slowly learning everything in my spare-ish time. So now that I finally have a stable version that has basically all the gameplay changes in it, I figure now's a good time to create a devlog. You will find a link to the 18.2 Facebook, which has a link to the Mediafire download of my ROM hack. I can't post it on Poke Community because it's a full ROM, not a patch, and I don't know how to turn it into a patch. That out of the way, what is this ROM hack? Well, firstly, all non-event Pokemon are catchable in the wild or obtainable via trade before the Elite Four. The ones you can't catch are the ones that you need the SS title for, because you don't get access to that until the end game. Trust me, I tried to do it. You just can't because of some of the anti-piracy measures. Secondly, physical special split. This hack is one of the ones that has the physical special split because I think all hacks should have it. Because it just that makes certain Pokemon go from garbage to viable. That's not all the changes I did to Pokemon, though. As you can see here, change type/ability. Certain Pokemon have different types. And certain ones have different abilities. Some have an additional ability. And every Pokemon has at least one item, with a lot of the items being things like Block, Raz, Corn, Bellu, Wotmil, the ones you can sell. Along with things like the Salac Berry and the Starf Berry, which are your X items. Those are pretty commonly found. Lastly, for this page, every Pokemon can breed, except babies, because quite frankly, it just weirded me out. I could make babies breedable, but they're babies. Yeah. So yes, you will be able to breed your Rayquazas and Mewtwo's, and actually I don't think you can breed Ditto with anything because he's in the Ditto egg group. Fun fact, there's a Ditto egg group. Another change that was relatively easy to implement is all TMs are reusable. And I changed a couple of them. Giga Impact and Crunch are now TMs. Also, Giga Impact is in the game. And in addition to those, I am still trying to figure out why it doesn't always work right. But move tutors are reusable. In the current version, they are reusable if you actually use them. If you say no, you can never use them. I don't know why. I have to really go into the code for that one. Now, going back to items, it's not just wild Pokemon that have items. I decided, the difficulty should be a little bit higher than normal, just because the ROM hacking community tends to prefer harder ROM hacks, but I don't want mine to be as hard. I want it to be kind of a casual hard, if that makes sense. So all gym leaders have custom move sets, and all of their Pokemon have items, which you can, of course, steal with Thief. Quick note, if you want to use Thief early on Roxanne, catch a Poochyena. He learns Thief at level 13 now. And speaking of move changes, firstly, I reordered a lot of moves in the learn sets. I replaced some moves because I kept having issues adding moves. So, Pound is no longer a move. Everyone that learned Pound now learns Tackle, and Pound was replaced by Flare Blitz. There are 29 moves that I replaced. Because with a physical special split, you needed things like a special dark move, special rock move, some good coverage moves, and some moves I just like. And I am working on getting the egg moves to work. When I last did egg moves, it caused that version of the ROM to become corrupted. Let's see. So continuing on with gameplay, but my notes are not necessarily in the best order. But there are a lot more double battles. There are a lot more mandatory double battles. Which isn't that hard given that there's one mandatory double battle. 2 if you have 2 Pokemon on your way to Rustboro. More than between the gyms and the Elite Four members, more than half of them have double battles now. Which, in theory, lets you do all sorts of fun things, but in reality, the AI is too dumb to do some of them. As I learned, I really wanted Brawly to have Substitute Focus Punch on his Meditite, but he couldn't figure out how to use it. Some quality of... Lastly, on the trainers, a lot more trainers have held items. No, everything does not have a full restore. But things like Picnickers will have, I think I give them a lemonade and a lava cookie because they're going on a picnic. With the twins, I think I give them a couple lava cookies. And triathletes get some fresh water to stay hydrated. Which, when I'm testing and I see one of them using items, I always forget that I programmed that in. Now, quality of life stuff. Provided you have an emulator that can do clock-based events, berries are a viable way of making money when you're not actively playing. the berry values in general are 50% more than their equivalent item that you would buy from a Pokemart. Like, a Pecha Berry costs 50% more than an antidote. Then the Pokeblock berries are all just designed to make more money than the other berries. So you can farm berries for money, or you could just go on a rampant stealing spree and just steal them and sell them. And quick note on that, if anybody knows how to change either how long it takes a berry plant to grow or how many berries they yield, please let me know. I can't find anything anywhere. And the fact that the tomato berry is not it's in a different bracket of berries than the other stat reducing berries. Next, all the Pokemon specific items. Some of them might be I don't know if any of them are guaranteed on wild Pokemon, but you can just buy them in Lava Ridge Town. Yeah, because then you have access to more of the Pokemon that can use those items. And in addition to that, Lava Ridge also sells drinks and lava cookies. So that way you don't have to just mash A over and over and over and over and over and over and over again just to get those. Just a convenience thing. And lastly, as far as convenience goes, some Pokemon have had their evolution methods changed. Pokemon that evolve by trading no longer evolve by trading. I think they're all level up now. Espeon and Umbreon evolve using the Sunstone and Moonstone respectively. Plusle and Minun can switch. Plusle can become Minun, and Minun can become Plusle by using a Thunderstone. Same thing with Scyther, Scizor, and Leafstone. And same thing with Solrock to Lunatone with a Moonstone, Lunatone to Solrock with a Sunstone. Now, the other big thing is, let me pull up my base stat total. Look at all these lovely clashing colors. This isn't even updated. But almost all Pokemon will have a base stat total between 450 and 540, roughly showing a standard deviation curve. So, stat-wise, all Pokemon are viable. I try to give them movesets that complement their typing and their stat distribution. The exceptions to the statistical outliers are Slacking, Ditto, Shedinja, and the pseudo-legendaries, which now includes Kingdra because Kingdra used to be a trade evolution. Sorry about that. There are several Pokemon that aren't used in the game. And I'm taking advantage of that and making some Devmons. Currently, only one is fully implemented. Another one I'm using to test evolution methods. And then there are 7 that I have to draw pixel art for, but are otherwise complete. And honestly, if I can get it to work, they're probably going to be some of my favorite Pokemon ever. But I won't spoil it yet. Alright, lastly, if you're curious, the tools I'm using are Advanced Map 1.95. I'm using the Gen 3 suite. One of the nameless sprite editors, not the more recent one. I can't get that one to work with Pokemon sprites. And XSE script editor. And if anybody has any suggestions whatsoever, let me know. And please download and, well, playtest the game. I think I might be biased, but I do enjoy my ROM hack. Not as much as some of the others, like Radical Red, but that's a completely different subgenre than what I'm going for. But yeah. And if you choose to download it and playtest it, comment either on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, which I now have, with any issues. Because again, I can't post this on Poke Community. Anyway, that's it for the basics. I will go into more detail in future devlogs, but this is a simple overview of the ROM hack. Anyway, please remember to like or dislike and or comment and or subscribe as the algorithm demands. But for now, this has been 18-2, and I will see you guys next time.